Hello, it's freaking TSL week 3, season 2. So yeah, it's not week 2. This is G to the boss, that fucking dude. Don't be a hater. I'm here with Duo and Fuzzy, and we've got the second game of Seventh Fleet versus Lucky Punch. Playing this one on Ulan, which is the exact same as the map we played on before, except a different background. A little change of pace. Lucky Punch requested right there. So as we get started, say hello to all of the nice people, Duality and Fuzzy.
Hi, nice people and mean
Hello,
people.
nice people.
I didn't tell anyone to say hi to mean people. All right, so we got started.
They're people too. They deserve love.
Yeah,
They're just misunderstood.
yeah, you're right. Double BC on the side of Lucky Punch right now, red side. Colossus in the middle with him, 4 on the missiles. Hate Me Now is back out in the Leviathan. Looks like he went with 2 Locusts. And Caesar has switched it up, gone to a 6-int carrier. Punch Up is rocking the Raven EMP style right now. Opposite him, Tura, also the EMP Raven in the cloud. Riker with the Dreadnought once more went with the improved hull in the open. Kraken Domes and Lullard both in Overlords. Looks like 1 Swarm Command and 1 Plague. And Skywalker rocking the carrier, also 6 ints across from Caesar. Prometheum, as you might expect, in a Void Ray. Looks like opening Energy Nova. And
You got EMP'd now.
yeah, made sweet love to an EMP real quick. So good job on Punch Up getting that EMP landed. But Punch Up's like way behind the line right now. That dude's gonna be starving.
Yeah, it's necessary to avoid Tura's EMP. I don't know about the choice to EMP Prometheum. I don't think that's really necessary. He's gonna lose his lane to a Levy anyway, as long as the Levy doesn't fuck up horribly. I think it's more important to get rid of the Plague in the mid, but it's still not a big deal. What I don't like is Riker's choice to go Hull, even though he knows that their BCs are going to go 2 range. Armor is better against 2 range than Hull, I believe. Against 5 missiles, Hull's better, but there's no 5 missiles.
Okay, so yeah, there you see 7th Fleet getting their shit pushed in right now. Almost back to towers, and still full health on Skyface and the BC in the middle. Pars Protos, that Colossus takes a little bit of damage. You can see the effect of the Plagues on Stuck as well, so they're going to start backing out of there. We saw a very interesting thing happen in the last game where we didn't quite see what happened with Tura, but he was in an Overlord and got killed early, but then they traded and took one of the BCs out, and then eventually you kind of saw the GG when Punch Up was like alone hanging out next to 7th Fleet. So let's see if that kind of changes the way people play things.
I can shed some light on that.
Yeah, Duality was playing in that game.
Riker told Tura to go in for a Plague, and Tura very obediently for once actually did. There was a BC cutting in though that wasn't called out. So as soon as Tura went in for that Plague, he's already low. They just turned and just ran him down. They did come in a lot for that though. Tura because he counter killed.
Yeah, so they definitely committed to it and had to take an L on the way out of there, just to get that kill. But yeah, it was crazy for all of us because we were all looking at the side lane just to see how that battle was going. You know, as I key in on the side lane happening here, we've got Riker come to the outside, give help to his little buddy. But yeah, we were all looking at the side lane, and then I came back towards the middle. All of a sudden, Tura had like 800 health. So yeah, it was kind of crazy, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, 7th Fleet spent a lot of time on their side of the map in this game, but they're still like 10 ahead in farm. So what are we looking at right now? How come Lucky Punch is just not farming that well?
Well, it's not that so much as the push for Swarm Command opening lives and dies with the Swarm. Like, the Corruptors come out at 2.5 minutes about, you push. When Broodlords come out, about 4.5 minutes, you push, and when they're not there, you get contained. And it's just the way the opening works. I don't know how they're... the farm is as it should be. It's about even, and that's as it should be, I think. Lucky Punch game's on the back now.
the plague gradually wears the Lucky Punch team down, but it takes
Yeah,
a
that's
while
another
for all
thing.
them. Yeah.
It delays how much time you take to come out, because you're going to be spending all that time healing. So even if you're ahead in the first push, like all the time you're going to be spending healing will make sure the other team has a chance to catch up.
Okay, so here's a question. We saw the open on Hate Me Now and the Levy went with 2 Locusts, and I don't know. I guess he went with Constant and he did 2 Locusts. Why do we do 2 Locust opens on?
I do that too. 2 Locusts is 1 shot on the Locust, and you're not. That's the only way you're getting 1 shot on anything. You're not going to be able to afford 1 shot tents with the constant increased price. So it's nice to just be able to 1 shot on anything at all and just, you know, farm.
Okay, yeah. So that's some good info for you aspiring Levy players. I guess there are none in 3.0 because everyone's spending all their time fucking complaining about everything. But if you ever do pick a Levy, then go 2 Locusts. Look at the bottom here. Caesar's up.
Tentacles.
Oh, go ahead. What?
He has 3 tentacles. That makes no sense to me.
He was upgrading them and then he got cancelled, I think.
No, and then he went back to upgrade again. We had 150 minerals, and then he didn't get the 4th tentacle.
I don't know. Yeah, I just saw he just dumped it in bile, didn't he? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
He's banked 150 right now, so maybe he'll go ahead and grab that 4th one. Let's see if he does it.
No,
he already spent his money on
What did he
anything else
spend
except
it
that.
on? Okay, so he doesn't want that 4th. Obviously, Hate Me Now. You know, he's a man of action, and he's a man of unique tastes. So 3 tentacles on him. Looking down at the carrier battle, Skywalker 9 on the scouts right now. Across from him, Caesar's not going scouts, just going interceptors. Has the warp in and level 10. Sky's got warp in, level 6 on the ints. So yeah, could do a little bit of work. Yeah, as you see, here's the broods and the freaking corruptors. I assume we've got double plague now, right? Yep, there's double plague.
Double plague, double swarm.
Heavy damage right now on the Colossus. Gonna turn around and release some escorts. Feistduck's on his way out of there. Those corruptors doing work. Push all the way back to the towers. So Lucky Punch is gonna go in and do some upgrading. Let's see what Prometheum's doing.
He's not gonna have a good day.
He's not gonna have a good day.
He's gonna be running back to base like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that the Raven has 52 score right now. Next lowest score is Kraken Domes on the other side with 112. So way behind in the farm, like half of what the lowest of the next lowest person is. So definitely significant right now. 350 energy. He gets EMP'd. Nye doesn't have any. And not able to really get any other upgrades, so kind of hurts. Prometheum on the 7th Fleet side, charge, Energy Nova, blink, level 4 on the Prismatic Beam with some speed, and you know, doing this thing. Looks like it's getting bullied a little bit at the beginning, but still has 100 score more than Hate Me Now across from him, so very capable. Let's see.
Terran chose to rush radar instead of getting more energy up, so he's still at 300 energy. Of course, he's going to get that back with when he goes back to upgrade, but I thought it was worth pointing out.
Okay, yeah, very interesting take on the Raven. Go ahead with the radar really early. Here's my question for you, Fuzzy. We see only about 100 farm difference right now, pretty close, sitting at the 12-minute mark. What's the long-term strategy?
That's because of the early weakness of 7th Fleet. You saw them getting pushed out and back super early before the Swarm command came out, and that led to Lucky Punch getting some extra farm. But now it's just going to be more and more gradual pushing Lucky Punch back with the double Swarm command now. And yeah.
So long as Turret doesn't die, or or whichever. Overlord. No.
Yeah. I mean, there's Lucky Punch is gonna be like fighting Swarm Command the whole game.
And 7th Fleet definitely has the edge late game.
After a while, Prometheum is gonna fight.
Yeah, and they have double OV. Like OV is, you play them in mid, but once you get to a certain point, they're carry shift as much as anyone with the Side Blast.
So let me ask this question. I mean, I fucking hate Swarm Command. Every game I take a little time out to talk about Swarm Command and what the effect is, and so we pretty much looking at, you know, double Swarm Command equals, you know, if you're the same farm as the other team, you eventually are better than them if they don't have it. Is that? I mean, that's pretty much the case we're looking at right now.
Yeah, it contributes so much to the push. Every 2 minutes and 7 seconds, the Corruptors come out. Every 4 minutes and I think it's 4 minutes and 12. Not sure. The Broodlords with double Swarm Command, and that's just an automatic win push. You can go around it, but you're still losing ground.
Okay, so I don't think Hate Me Now is going to make it out of this. Riker's on him, and still pretty healthy. Prometheum.
Oh, he gets a regen off.
He does get a regen off, but there is no demon. Okay. Well, surviving.
I think they could have gone for that.
Yeah.
He's dying to Plague.
Right. Oh, right.
Ooh.
That was a good call by him. He noticed the Plague.
Okay, so
And
yeah, the Plague was actually enough. Wow, nice.
Fiststuck almost dies to the Siege Creeps too.
Nice way to pull. Oh yeah, he does. Look at that. 700 energy hit points right now. Nice pull off by 7th Fleet. They pull off really quick. It looks like they're playing it too safe, and then the dude eventually, you know, just dies off due to that Plague. Anyway, so there's your advantage, people. Let's talk a little bit about what has changed in the game at this point, and what Lucky Punch needs to do, or what they need to happen in order to turn this thing around.
Their carrier isn't going any sort of DPS build at all. He's going ints just to counter the scouts. Their other side lane is dead, and their mid doesn't have any farm at all compared to the 7th Fleet's mid. So they really don't have much of a shot right now. I hate to call it before it's over, but this isn't a late game build. This isn't a turtle build that can just hold out until, I don't know, until you get an OP Side Blast or a strong Void Ray or something. They don't have that option. This was a brute force build meant to contain. It didn't contain, now they're dead.
Okay, so what happened? I mean, I guess the Levy's just hanging out a little bit beyond what his actual ability was to be out there. 7th Fleet notices, gets the cut on him, and that's all she wrote, I suppose.
Yeah, he was too deep.
He pushed too far. But like, even without that, I don't really get the logic behind. I don't think I've ever seen Lucky Punch run a Void Ray. I don't know if that's just because they don't like Void Rays or they don't have a Void Ray player. But I feel like right now, if you don't run a Void Ray, you have to contain them or you lose later on. That's just the way the meta game is right now.
Can you run double Overlord and maybe overcome that lack of having a Void Ray?
Sure, if you get a strong enough Side Blast later on. But you need some sort of kill mechanism, whether that's the Side Blast or Scouts or Void Ray. And they have nothing, none of that at all.
Yeah, so now as you can see, they're going to be a little bit pushed in here. I'd imagine, I don't know, what are they going to try at this point? Are they just going to die slowly, or
for it?
Double nuke?
They're probably going to die slowly, but I'm sure they'll try for a double nuke at least. Maybe get Vortex on the carrier.
Okay, so let's see what they do. I thought I saw the carrier go back, maybe not yet. Colossus up to level 7 on those shields. Punch up is, where's he at? 152 on the score right now. So made up a little bit of the gap, but still quite behind. Level 18 interceptors.
Saving money.
Say what? Oh yeah, looks like it. So banking the dinero right now, probably looking at nukes. And then on the 7th Fleet side of things, what does 7th Fleet do or really need to in order to close this out?
They can play it however they want at this point. They can sit back, they got a better late game, they can try warp trigs, go for a kill. It doesn't really matter. They've got this game in the bag. It's theirs to lose.
Okay.
Blackout on Tura.
Yep, you're right. So we see the blackout right now, 400 energy. Promethean up at 11 on the prismatic beam. Also grabbed a little bit more beam speed on that. And Siphon for Lullard. Kraken is using Psyblast, dealing 1550 right now. So here's the push as you would expect. Did we get enough money on this side for nukes? Not yet. Looks like Skyface still needs about a hundo.
Look at the top. Punch up's in trouble.
Punch
There's
up
a blackout on.
Oh, there's a
Terran as
blackout
well.
too. Yeah.
hanging out too close to Prometheum. So he's going to go ahead and go down.
Dead.
That's it. Punch Up will probably GG
They're
this.
suiciding now.
He's not saying GG yet. There's 5-Stuck. Warps
And they let the
in.
play do the work again.
So 5-Stuck went back and bought missile pods. Okay, well, there's the GG. So Lucky Punch takes one more loss that time. Right now we're looking at 2 versus 0 for 7 Fleet against Lucky Punch. Just a little recap of what happened. Do you want to kind of describe what you saw in that game, Fuzzy, and what really happened?
Yeah, Duality can help me out here. I mean, yeah, like Duality said, they went for a what's it called? The
Contain strat.
Contain, yeah, and it didn't work out for them, unfortunately. Yeah, so they went for a Raven this time against the Void Rays, which was a good choice, I think. And just, well, 7th Fleet, they played carefully. They waited for the Swarm Command to gradually push them back. The Plagues did their job. And then the Levy, he got out of position. He went too deep. The middle of 7th Fleet were almost at the prisms of Lucky Punch, so they just cut up towards the Levy. And Prometheum, he always likes to get charged pretty early, and he just charged. And yeah, that was it for the Levy, and then it was just a slow GG after that.
Not so slow.
22
minutes.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty fast. I mean, Punch Up, he went up to EMP Prometheum. Prometheum blinked it. After that,
yeah, that makes it pretty tough. Punch Up was playing super passive. He wasn't really getting farmed, but then was picking little spots to be aggressive, like getting too close to Void Rays, trying to get those MPs out. So yeah, that's a tough one to take. As I said, 2 versus 0 right now for this 3-game matchup between 7 Fleet and Lucky Punch here in Week 3 of TSL. And we're gonna take a break right now. We'll be back with Game 3. Yeah, let's see what happens. 7 Fleet's gonna pick a map, and I imagine that we will see some attempted ingenuity out of Lucky Punch to try something maybe that we haven't seen before, and see how they fare with that one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back.